Hey everyone, Steph here from Old Guy Melts Plastic. So late last night, just before midnight, I guess, I started a print on my Voron V02 or V2 printer, V2.4R2 to be precise. And I had a number of issues recently with stability problems. I was getting a bunch of lost communication errors with MCU, and I think maybe I have those licked. And this is the first good successful print to come off of the bed since I've adjusted some things to kind of try and reduce those or eliminate those lost communication errors. And so this is an extender, a Z extender for a box zero conversion of a V0 printer, which I'm going to attempt soon. And I needed 4 of these parts. I printed the first one by itself just to see that it would actually successfully finish, and it did late last night. And then I immediately queued up 3 of them together in a almost 8-hour print. And so this print was 2 3/4 hours, and then this print was just a shade under 8 hours. And so far, that's all printing successfully. So it's still early. It's only 2 prints into the changes that I've made to try to address the lost communication issues. I feel, given that the errors that I was getting were that random MCUs were reporting this lost communication error, and I have 3 MCUs in this printer. I have the Octopus Max Easy as my primary MCU. I have the EBB36 that's on the back of my Dragon Burner tool head here, on the back of the Sherpa Mini extruder. And I also have the Beacon probe, which operates as its own MCU over a USB cable. And at the time I had a Raspberry Pi, and I apologize for this, I haven't actually printed the case yet because that's next on my list of things to do. But I have the Raspberry Pi with a BTT Pi TFT50 mounted or connected to it via this DSI cable. And I also have from the Pi a PiCam V3 that's also connected to it via another DSI cable. I did previously have a 5-volt Noctua fan, which was mounted right above the Pi's CPU and powered over the GPIO ports pins. And what I've done is remove the 5-volt fan because I felt like the randomness of the lost communications errors indicated a possible power issue with the Pi. And so with the Beacon and the Octopus Max and the UTC board all connected to the Pi via USB, and the Pi also powering the display, the camera, and a 5-volt fan, it seemed to me that maybe power consumption on the Pi was a problem. And so after eliminating the fan from the equation, and my Pi, yes, you'd ideally want active cooling on the Pi, but to be honest, the Pi never gets that hot anyway. And if I do eventually need some kind of active cooling on the Pi, I can just power that fan from either the Octopus or directly from one of my CPUs, or PSUs, sorry. Since making that change and removing the fan from the Pi's GPIO, so far, and again, I'm only 2 prints in, but no lost communication errors yet. And previously, I was getting them consistently within minutes or hours of the prints. It was kind of random, and a random MCU being reported as having lost communication. And to me, that just reeked of power over consumption issues. So I started, randomly removing devices from the equation to see if I hit on a good mix. So fingers crossed, hopefully I have this resolved and I get consistent printing from now on, because I need to use this V2 in order to print parts for 2 other printers that I'm building, and a couple of mods that I still want to apply to my V0 and V2. So yeah, upcoming next we'll be printing some plates of parts for a Tridex build, and then also for a Annex K3 build. For the Tridex, I'm going to print the parts in Sparkle ABS Plus from Sparta 3D, And for the K3, Annex Engineering's recommendation is that the parts be printed in ASA. So I've also ordered 2 spools of both my primary and accent colors in Sparkle Plus ASA, also from Sparta 3D. And I've never printed with this ASA before, but I'm told from other people who have that, you know, it uses all the same print settings as ABS. So hopefully it prints smoothly, and I don't waste too much plastic dialing in my ASA prints, because I'd like to have those ready for when the K3 kit shows up in a week's time or so. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll be posting more content as I produce it. Thank you so much. Have a good day.